Crypto DLT with Mr. Connector. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for daily content. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Connector again. Let's get it going. We've got the connector coins on the screen. Best performing assets over the past 24 hours is Storex, Stronghold, Zahao, and Near Protocol still hanging in there. Also Digital Bits, XDB chain. Here's the 12-month chart on that XDB chain and the 30-day there. Showing some good volume pickup. Had a good friend send me a Medium article on Digital Bits yesterday. It was about the SBX token that's on the XDB chain. And I was just checking over the white paper right quick. It's the world's first edutainment cryptocurrency of Sandbox Group. The education sector is actually a pretty big sector. And, you know, there's a lot of money involved with all the materials. You know, these kids are going to be learning a lot online. So kids' education, you know, really important stuff, guys. And, you know, this is interesting, but the main thing was it lives on the XDB chain. The XDB chain stands for Empowering Brands of Consumers of Tomorrow, which will enable creation of new ecosystems, leveraging blockchain technology and XDB chain-powered tokens in the framework of BCO, namely branded cryptocurrencies or tokens. Pretty cool project. Let's check our top volume tokens on the XRP ledger. We've got Corium with 188,000 traded yesterday and Sologenic with only 148,000 traded yesterday. We were talking yesterday about the AMM coming to the XRP ledger, and I just wanted to stress again that the XRP ledger needs some high volume tokens to even worry about the AMM yet. I mean, of course, it'll work with these low volume tokens, but I just don't feel like that's what the XRP AMM is meant for. I feel like it's meant for high volume stable coins and high volume CBDCs. Not that we're a fan of CBDCs on this channel, guys. Sure, we can vote, but we don't really have any control whether our central bank creates a CBDC. I mean, we have control of ourselves. We can use it or not. We better have stable coins to offset that control mechanism of a CBDC. And even with stable coins, we've got to be careful because you see how entities infiltrate these corporations, how governments work with corporations to censor. So we need a digital bill of rights to go along with these stable coins. And the Stellar Ledger still moving along good. We've got USD Circle, Stronghold, and YXLM, and Aqua in the top volume trading pairs for the Stellar Ledger. Stellar's going to be a powerhouse. They have new smart contracts. It is on for Stellar. Here's our XPR network coins. Really like the XPR network. All these coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, you can deposit real Bitcoin into your WebAuth wallet, and it converts it to XBTC, and you can always withdraw it from your WebAuth wallet as real Bitcoin back into an original Bitcoin address. Same with all these, Solana, XXRP, XHBAR, XXLM. But the main coins on the XPR network are the Metal DAO coin, the XPR coin, the Loan Protocol, and the Metal Blockchain coin. If you didn't see my XPR fork drama video, go check that out. There's a little bit of controversy brewing over the split off for the XPR network being migrated to the Metal blockchain. And on Hedera, we've got $2.6 billion worth of USDC running on that HBAR network. Saucer Swap, Karate Combat, Tune FM, and H-Suite also running pretty good on the HBAR network. Hedera. Over on Cosmos Hub, we've got a 10.6% increase on OmniFlix. Evmos, Injective, and Bitcana is doing great. And straight into the news on Cointelegraph. Judge rules that Craig Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto. Wright is not the synonymous founder of the Bitcoin network, a judge ruled on March 14th. Guys, we just talked about this yesterday. His company, InChain, has over 1,000 patents that are in direct conflict with Coinbase and BlackRock. And Reggie Middleton says now things should be interesting as the attention should turn from copyright to patented IP. And Uncollateralized says, in the interest of transparency here and don't trust verify, if InChain had a valid patent on MPC for crypto wallets, then it's a massive deal because BNY Mellon is using a private Fireblocks instance. So it sounds like there's a few companies out there that's operations are in conflict with InChain's patents. And Reggie responds, again, this goes back to my warning of proper due diligence. Just because something is open source doesn't mean that the authors of the open source software or the users of said software had the rights to peddle the invention that the software uses. Think of open sourcing a stolen car. You can give free rides all you want. Still, it doesn't mean you didn't steal the car. Reggie Middleton dropping that knowledge on everyone. And here we have some payment infrastructure news. No fear and trembling about ISO 20022 this time. The experts at DPS Group have come to the conclusion that European banks have used the time since the postponed introduction of the new ISO 20022 version in SEPA in fall 2023 and are now well prepared for the migration this Sunday. All right, guys, here we go. European banks are getting ready for the migration this Sunday to the ISO 20022 payments. Let's go, let's go. Here's more on the same subject from Crypto Newsflash. Hedera, HBAR, Stellar, XLM, and Cardano ADA gear up for $1 trillion market with ISO 20022 compliance. Stellar, Cardano, and Hedera are among the crypto tokens compliant with ISO, positioning them as major players in a new era of cross-border fund transfers. The ISO 20022 will replace SWIFT, the ubiquitous financial messaging protocol that industry players have depended on for 5 decades, and crypto is primed to play a significant role. Yes, it is, guys. We know that this technology cannot be stopped. Guys, we need to stay up to date on these ISO standards. This looks like a good article. Let's read through this right quick. After 5 decades of being the default financial messaging protocol, SWIFT will soon be replaced, and the era of ISO 20022 will be upon us. With crypto now firmly established as a significant stakeholder in the payments and money transfers industry, several crypto networks are working on being ISO compliant, with Hedera, Cardano, Ripple, and Stellar among those who have achieved this feat. While every sector has been revolutionized by technology, the financial industry has seemed impervious to tech advancements, with banks still taking days to transfer funds and most services still costing a pretty penny. However, technology is gradually seeping through, and ISO 20022 could be one of the most defining. The new messaging protocol will enhance communication between financial institutions, making transfers more accessible, faster, and cheaper. It will also foster interoperability between players in different regions or building on varying tech stacks. There's where the Uniledger comes into play, guys, the bridge asset. These countries have to bridge between their own currencies, and they don't want to trust other countries with transactions. They want a neutral bridge currency to sit in between those transactions. Beyond efficiency, the new standard will also be critical in cracking down on new digital crimes in the AI and quantum computing era. Users will also be able to detect fraud and ensure compliance while managing liquidity efficiently. For crypto, being compliant with the new ISO standard is critical. There you go, guys, right there. It's critical that crypto be compliant. Is Bitcoin ISO compliant, guys? No, it is not. When SWIFT came about, blockchain and crypto didn't exist, and as such, they found it almost impossible to break in. However, with ISO 20022, crypto will be one of the founding members. Once they are assigned ISO codes, crypto networks and tokens could be seamlessly integrated into centralized financial systems, transforming crypto and the entire financial and legacy banking industry. Wow, this article is so bullish, guys. Let's keep going. Hedera, Stellar, and Cardano prepare for ISO 20022. The deadline for implementation is 2025, and dozens of cryptos are gearing up for the transformation. However, the currently compliant cryptos are Stellar, Cardano, Ripple, Quant, Verge, Algorand, Hedera, IOTA, and XDC. There you go, guys. If you're not in these coins, you should probably at least take a look at them. For virtual asset service providers seeking ISO compliance, the checklist includes ensuring compliance with local and regional regulations, including sufficient AML and KYC checks, anti-money laundering, and know your customer. They also must observe data security measures and well-documented governance and support structure. The VASPs must also engage in educating their clients on the impact of migration from SWIFT to ISO while allocating sufficient resources to train their staff about the impact of new ISO standards. The drawback for cryptos becoming compliant is that it only moves them further from their perceived decentralized ethos that cryptos purists have hung on to. With the new standard, crypto will become part of the centralized global financial system. There you go, guys. This article is outlining how the new utility coins will be compliant with the new financial system, and it didn't say anything about Bitcoin or Ethereum. And from Blockworks, blockchain really is better than middlemen. This article goes on to talk about all the downfalls of SWIFT and sanctions. And it goes on to say, meanwhile, the rise of blockchain-based trading solutions has led those in the traditional finance sector to question the role of intermediaries. There is a growing consideration into how this technology can enhance the speed and frequency of interbank transactions. After all, the primary goal of Bitcoin and the broader crypto movement was to eliminate what seemed to be an unjust financial order. This order, dominated by the large banks and financial institutions, wielded censorship and control over the world's population, particularly in the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. Guys, this is what it means when you hear a new world order. Stop thinking Illuminati and conspiracy theories when you hear new world order. Start thinking about the old world order and how rigged it was. And we are going to a new fair system, level playing field, and equal opportunities for everyone with open banking. Despite being largely opposed to crypto and blockchain until only a few years ago, financial institutions are now embracing blockchain as a technology, crypto as an investment opportunity, and DeFi as a sandbox for innovative financial products. There you go, guys. We knew they would come around eventually. We know that an idea whose time has come cannot be stopped. And here we have Echo X at Echo the Truth. U.S. Debt Clock, The Great Escape, Gematria and Decode. We're embarking on a transition away from a debt-based currency system controlled by the British disguised Federal Reserve towards a new wealth-creating system backed by assets and free from debt under the authority of the Department of Treasury since 1776. We like to hear that, guys. Let's see what he has to say here about the new debt clock update yesterday.
This is the most recent image from the usdebtclock.org X account. Today's date is March 13th, 2024, and at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they released this image, where we have the debt-based fiat currency system that is a debt towards prison. Just look at that thing right there. You see, anything on this system is in prison, period. And we are about to make the great escape, leaving the system that is so centralized it is wrapped with barbed wire, going over to a more open system that is asset-based and debt-free. entering into the new money revolution.
Guys, we love Echo the Truth. Go follow him on X. And speaking of X, we're in 2024, and 24 is X. Look at the big X on the Federal Reserve there on the left. Here's the big solar eclipse X. The one going from the path going from the left to the right was August 21st, 2017. And the one coming up on April 8th from the bottom to the upper right crosses over and makes an X right over the heartland of America. All these X's we're seeing, what do they all have to do with each other? Let's keep our eyes on those compliant cryptos. The connector coins, I'm sure all of those are in here. The crypto bubbles are looking a little red today. We had a little pullback, but that is natural. That is a healthy market. Just like I was saying yesterday, when your bags start to pump, try not to think of that top fiat value of your bags as your actual value. Think about the pullback value. And yes, it did pull back today. So we're looking at maybe starting some new support around this area here. Let's check back in tomorrow on the Mr. Connector channel, and hopefully there'll be some green bubbles tomorrow. Guys, if you could, like the video, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with another one tomorrow. Mr. Connector out.